Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. As we begin the trading week, we're looking at the ripple effects over the weekend of what's been happening between the Ukraine and Russia. And BP, one of the first major Western companies, has pulled out of Russia, claiming that it no longer wants to be associated with the country due to the ongoing strikes against the Ukraine. So it's abandoning its stake in Russian oil giant Rosneft, an abrupt and costly end to 3 decades, pulling out almost 20% stake, and that equates to $25 billion in charges due to the move. So the rapid retreat represents a dramatic exit for BP, and it's the biggest foreign investor in Russia. And it also puts a spotlight on other Western companies that are in the country, such as Shell and TotalEnergies. So we'll see what happens and how detrimental that's going to be for Russia. Obviously, the Russian ruble collapsing quite dramatically to its lowest ever amount against the US dollar, and these sanctions are really being put in place now against Russia, with these Western countries really coming together and seeing what's going to happen in the near future. With these, with the economy as well. So not looking too good for the Russian economy as we see what's in store for British Petroleum. So just looking at the chart from the last time we looked, we had this, potential upside bias. But now what I'm looking at on the daily chart with the help of the Ichimoku indicator is, I'll just bring it in a little bit closer. So we're looking at this double bottom at the moment, and I'm just seeing if we're going to penetrate that in the next trading session, because at the moment we've dipped in to the Ichimoku cloud, which means that the bias is now on the downside, and it's quite a large cloud, meaning the prices could be consolidating in the cloud for a while. But if we do get a punch down below this double bottom, then obviously the next target I'll be looking at is this lower border of the Ichimoku cloud, and that would roughly be about the 355 region, and then another move lower. So at the moment I'm putting some bets on the downside to see if that's going to come into fruition. Again, nothing on the RSI on the daily chart, but let's look on the 4-hour chart, because most interestingly enough, we have actually gone below the Ichimoku cloud now. So now we're looking at the divergence between, basically, if we're going to see another move a leg higher, and then if this bullish divergence will come into play on the RSI. It is quite a far one, stretching back to the end of January, over a month now. But if this actually hits, then we could see another significant leg higher, and then we'll have to see if that's going to have any effect on the price, and more importantly, another move to the upside to this recent top as well. So things to look out for British Petroleum. Obviously, them having charges of up to $20 billion due to this move might weigh on share price. However, in the long run, we might see other companies following suit, so just keep an eye on that. And I just couldn't leave the video today without looking on Brent oil hitting $100 a barrel for the first time in 7 years, and actually moving higher as well. So the last time we looked on UKOIL, we saw this great ascent since the pandemic really took hold of the globe, and even throughout 2021 it was just slowly creeping up, $70, $80, $90, but now moving over $100 is quite significant, because we are looking now very, very bid, and moving very far away from the Ichimoku cloud as well. What can you say about oil? Well, if the tension continues to grow, with recent reports in the media saying there's going to be no slowdown at the moment, no peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, we could see oil on both sides of the Atlantic hitting more fresh highs. As I said, oil hitting a 7-year high, Brent oil that is, and WTI also hitting fresh highs as well. So we'll see what the outcome is for that. Same as gold as well, just change the subject slightly. Gold is obviously on fresh highs as well, kind of in a choppy consolidation at the moment, but we'll see more ascension there. We've seen at the oil at the moment, with the reset, this is just basically going on the news outlets at the moment. We hit fresh highs, $105, then it came down with reports that there was going to be some negotiations, but now that this seems like it hasn't happened, we're seeing another push to the upside. Obviously, Russia, being a very, very big oil exporter to most of Europe, is going to hit the continent quite severely, and obviously Brent oil is the first one to start shooting to fresh highs. So just keep an eye on the headlines as we go into the rest of the trading week, and we'll see what's to come again in store. So that's all from the Stockwatch today. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll speak again tomorrow for more headlines. Bye for now.